Hello traders, Day Trader Matt here, a businesswithtrading.com, doing a trading strategy recap for the end of the month, end of April. It's been a pretty good April, and I wanted to do today's video a little bit differently. A lot of portfolio managers talk about beating the market. What did the market do? So I'm looking at the June contracts, which is pretty much what we trade. This is the ES for the last 30 days. It made 0.71% as of the close of today. So it was up 2.5%, 2.49%. That's the most that it's been up in the past 30 days. But it closed today at 0.71%. Let's look at the NASDAQ real quick. What has it done? It was up a little over 4%, about 4.12% was the highest that it's been up in the entire month. And right now it's up 0.89%. Let's look at the Russell. And that one is actually down 1.36% on the month. It was up as much as 3.19, 3.20%, but it's actually down on the month. Then we can look at the Dow. It's actually the one I look at the least, but it was up as much as 1.85% and closed at negative 0.01%. Basically flat. Who really cares? But it's important to see, this is what the market has done, because, we're gauging ourselves against the market constantly. We're looking at what did the market do, what did I do, how can I improve, how can I get better. Because the market's always going to be there. It's always going to do what it does, and sometimes it's going to do things that are a little bit different. Like today, probably took some people by surprise by going as low as it did. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it did, at least to some people. Maybe not you guys watching, because you're more astute. But maybe some others. It was a little surprising. It did break down. It gave a nice trade in the afternoon. Gave some very nice trades in the morning session as well. But let's get into what we actually did this month as a group. Okay, our future swing trade group, we made $3,057.50, and that's assuming the minimum amount of contracts to trade these instruments. Cocoa, we made 170 points. Cotton, we made 2.1 points. Coffee, 1.3 points. Gold, we made 2 points. The Russell, we made 0.2 of a point. And corn, we lost 8 points. We made 7 trades. Last month we made 27 trades in the swing trade group. 7 isn't really that much. But $3,057.50, if you look at it on a $300,000 portfolio, is 10%. And that's within a month. Our option trades, we made 11 trades. That's inside of our sweet spot. I look for about 10 to 20 trades a month, and sometimes we make less, sometimes we're within that sweet spot, and it is what it is. We paid out $5.26 for our trades. I like to be as accurate as possible, so 5.264 is actually what we paid out. We got back $11.13, and we ended up making $5.86.6, which equates to approximately 111.4%. It actually comes out to 111.43, blah, 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 a bunch of other numbers. And that is 0.1% on a $300,000 portfolio. That's not really that much money, but look at what we actually made on our money. We risked $5 26.4 cents. That's how much money we actually risked. But we were able to make 111% on that. You know, and this is assuming that these numbers right here, 0.1% on a $300,000 portfolio, that's assuming one contract per instrument is traded. You know, of course you're going to trade a whole lot more than just one contract, especially if you have a 300,000 portfolio. You know, you're trading, 5, 10, 15 contracts, depending on, your risk management. But you're trading somewhere around there. So you would actually make a multiple of this, and it would be a pretty nice percentage gain. Our E-mini trading room, should say ETR for E-mini trading room, that would make more sense. We made 64 trades. We were 48 and 16, which equates to a 75% success rate. The sweet spot is around 60 to 80% success rate. Sometimes we're in the upper part of that, sometimes we're in the lower part of that. Sometimes we don't hit that at all. I've been 50%. Those months are a little more difficult, but you can get through them. And we made 157.5 points, which equates to $7,875 or 26% on a $300,000 portfolio. It's a pretty nice gain. And why am I looking at it like this? Because the model portfolios are a little bit more than this, or the model portfolios, if I could speak correctly. So that gives you an idea. Not what you can make on $2,000, because that's just doesn't really make sense with $2,000. But what kind of gain would this be? Let's say you were trading 20,000. I use very tight risk management, and I do that for a reason. So that way if you're trading a larger portfolio, you have a lot of risk and management in place, and you're able to not have to worry about, I'm risking 100 points here, in cotton, which is $500 a point. That would just be retarded. Doesn't really make any sense. So you have to be able to manage what you're doing. If you can manage your risk on a $10,000 portfolio, you can do it on a $100,000, on a $1 million portfolio. And it's all the same. It's all the same principles. So anyway, I just wanted to highlight what we did this month. We had a really great month. And, the idea is just to have a good month every month. I get questions all the time, do you have your daily breakdown and, all this other, stuff like that. And the reason I don't do a daily breakdown is because I see a lot of new traders trying to look at their P&L every single day. And if it's up, they're happy. If it's down, they're miserable. It's like, man, I want to kill myself. If it's down, if it's up, you're going to go kill somebody else. That type of thinking, that type of mentality is actually detrimental to your trading. So that's why I look at everything on a monthly basis. You can look at it and say, okay, great, this is a really good month. I'm going to go out, have a nice dinner, have some fun, whatever. And then, we'll get back next month, which actually is tomorrow on Friday. And it starts the month of May. Starts it all over again. In the options, we have some trades working. In the swing trade group, we have one trade working that's in the money. We came close to getting stopped out a few days ago, but we didn't. And now it's, up a little more. So, that's even better. It's even better when you can start months like that. You already have profit. You just haven't closed out the position yet. And, in my view, if you have not closed the position out, it's not worth anything. It doesn't matter. And until you close it out, you can't count it. That's the way I view it. That's the way that I look at things. So our trade that we're in the money on, we can close that out whenever we want. And that's what good trading does. When you're adhering to your risk, you're trying to keep things tight, it really just builds your account and sets you up for success. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video, got something out of it. Feel free to comment if there's something I didn't put in that you are inquiring about, or you just want to add your own results to the comments. Feel free. Comments are below. You can also email me directly, support@abusinesswithtrading.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here in the markets. Thank you.